Oh man, forgive me guys, forgive me. Forgive me for that. But anywho, we're back guys. So welcome back to the Homemade Podcast of Sports with your host Jay Pops. Guys, we're back for anybody that's new. Please, if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button and drop a couple of comments and stuff like that, man, and tell me what you think. Hey, you guys are the newbies. You guys are the visitors. Also, guys, if you don't mind, feel free to drop 50 cent, 25 cent, or whatever that is. I think that's a money sign button. Really not sure. I've been looking at this for like 2 times now on the podcast. But guys, if you don't mind, man, just hit that money sign button. Drop in there whatever you may like to, okay? And guys, this will keep on coming back. This show is free. No, you don't have to pay for it or anything. Guys, we're just here. This is something that I love to do, and I won't get away from it. Why? Because it's hard, all right? I like to talk about A&M football, and guys, we're going to get into it. So, what will we be talking about on the podcast today? Well, Texas A&M versus South Carolina. Gamecocks, by the way, right? What I've been hearing, this little birdie in my ear, but also guys that's, doing their own podcasts and, stuff like that, on 3, I think I've heard a little bit of them. And then I'm hearing others all around the country saying this here. Texas A&M will lose this game. They will lose this game. I'm here to say, guys, they won't. No, they won't. I heard this last game. I heard this the game before that. I heard this with the game against Florida, and where a lot of people were picking those guys. But then again, a lot of people said, man, I don't know. I think I'm going to lean towards Florida. Stuff like that. They had to break out of that one. And it's just say all around, hey, A&M is just way too fluky, because this is the word that they want to say. They want to say A&M is a fluke, okay? They're not a real 7-1 team. They're not a good 7-1 team neither. This is what people around the country wants to say. However, they'll try to tweak it up, spice it up, things like that, and say, well, man, I'm just saying, South Carolina has a good defense. I've yet to hear anybody talk about South Carolina offense in which has to win the damn ball game. When are you guys going to speak about that already? Does South Carolina have an offense to win? Guys, listen, I understand they got the defense. Damn. I understand that. But Texas A&M has the defense too. Do they not? Do they not? Are you guys really still thinking that Jimbo has his fingerprints on this damn team? And I want you guys to be for real about this, man, because I think a lot of you all out there lying. And a lot of you guys are saying that you believe in Mike Elko, but no, man, let's face it. You guys don't believe in Mike Elko, man. Stop it. Stop it. You guys still think Jimbo is running this team. And since Mike Elko, this is his quote-unquote first time coaching the program, which is freaking crazy to me. Damn, the dude left Duke. He was there for 2 years. He went 9-4 the first season, 7-5 the next season. That's pretty damn good in Duke standards. He's over here right now. He's already hit the whatever over that he had, because a lot of people thought this team was finna go 6-6. Hell, a lot of them said they're gonna go 7-5. And as of right now, he's at the 7-win mark. He's at the 7-win mark, 5-0 in SEC play. What is it that you guys want? He's beaten Missouri. He only lost by 10 to Notre Dame. Before you guys come on here with that nonsense, only lost by 10 to Notre Dame. That's the only loss. That's the only freaking loss. And he lost it at the first game of the damn season. So a lot of you guys just want to come in. A lot of you guys want to say, well, it's Texas A&M for crying out loud. They ain't never been that damn good in the SEC, except when Johnny was there in the COVID year. This is what I hear you guys say all the damn time. And then y'all post that picture about Texas A&M has only had one 10-win season since 2000, whatever in the hell it is, 2003 or whatever in the hell y'all post out there, man. 2002 or one of them. None of you guys like to mention where in the COVID season, Ole Miss absolutely had to cancel that game in which the game had got rescheduled and Ole Miss still canceled the damn game. A lot of you guys don't want to talk about that. If they would have played Ole Miss that year, yeah, they would have beat them. They would have beat them. I'm gonna come on here and say they would have beat them. They would have had 10 wins. That's that. But that shit is in the past. So if that's in the past, why can't you leave Notre Dame in the past? Why? Please answer that. Somebody for me, please. But then you guys don't trust the quarterback situation. I'm here to tell you, man, the dude just flat out benched his starting quarterback so he can win this damn last game against LSU. What else do y'all need to see from that guy? Yeah, we need to see him finish the season. Understand that. But are you guys coming on here and telling me that Shane Beamer is a better coach than Mike Elko? Because if you are, then you really have to show me his resume. I ain't being cocky, I ain't being none of that. But you really have to show me his resume. You do. You honestly do. And from what I've seen, Shane Beamer hasn't done anything. Now, I'm not going to go poking the bear or anything like that, but I am going to give you some factual damn data in which South Carolina doesn't have an offense. Oh, but that stadium, man, that William Brice Stadium, oh, and South Carolina's getting better. Well, damn, Texas A&M is getting better. Are you guys not going to talk about that? Well, man, But it's Texas A&M, though. Y'all kills me with this shit, man. Y'all kills me. Y'all don't think Texas A&M is really beating people like how the way they're beating people. From my understanding, and I want y'all assholes out there, if y'all listening to this show, Joel Klatt, you're one of them. In which I can't stand that dude. But Joel Klatt, you're one of them. Danny Cannell at times, right? The on three guys, I'm calling y'all asses out too. The on three guys, I want y'all asses to write this down because y'all fail to realize this here. In the last 3 games, which has been SEC play by the way, in the last 3 games, Texas A&M has won by at least 10 points. Texas A&M also in the last 3 games have scored over 31 plus fucking points. And I'm going to say that with emphasis. They've scored 31 plus fucking points, regardless if they was on the road or what. Oh, but that's against a bad Mississippi State team. So what? They went on the road and they beat them. The Asses hadn't won over there in a while. So guess what? They went over there and they beat them. From my understanding, that was a damn trap game. Oh, that's a trap game. It's a trap game. I think Mississippi State is going to come out. They're going to fire on all cylinders. Blah, 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 blah. Because that's how y'all asses sound every time you talk. This ain't no bias coming out. This ain't none of that, man. But I'm so tired of y'all disrespecting these damn coaches and these players that's on this field that's doing their damn job, man. That was the number one thing. Just do your damn job. And have fun, by the way. And that's exactly what Texas A&M is doing at the moment. But a lot of you guys fail to realize that because you just don't want to hear that Texas A&M is 5-0 in the damn SEC for the first time ever. I'm going to say that once again, for the first time ever. Yeah, it's been that long. But we're here now. We've made it. We've seen a new coach come in here and take the reins and just run with it. Hell, we've seen it with Kevin Sumlin. And he was just running a straight offense. But the players that he inherited, once he put that system in play, they fit. They fit. Mike Elko, he recruited those damn defensive back players he recruited those defensive players out there. Not defensive backs, but those defensive players that you see out there, man. Why you think the damn defensive line is so good? He was a part of Shamar Turner's recruitment. He was a part of Shamar Stewart's recruitment. He wasn't a part of DJ Hicks' recruitment because he wasn't here. But then again, he was a part of it, just a little bit. He was a part of that defensive unit, man. Terrion York already knew the damn dude. What do you guys? Oh well, South Carolina, it's gonna be rock and rolling at 6:30. They may come out in some all black. Then again, that's their uniform attire any goddamn ways. They wear black and garnet. That's their attire anyways. I expect them to be in all black. Understand this, that Texas A&M has set a trend. I'm not going to say they started the damn trend because I've seen a couple of teams in their black uniforms before. But this was the first time on last week when Texas A&M brought out those all black uniforms. Now everybody around the country has something to say. Everybody around the country is saying how great their stadium is and blah, 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 blah. That's how it goes in the SEC. That's how it goes in a big name conference, period, man. That's just how it is. Texas A&M is setting the bar on a couple of things. And it is what it is. Damn, man, but at least give them the credit for it, right? So, anywho, we're going to talk about this. So, like I say, I'm going to throw this out there like I threw it out there the day before yesterday. 31-17 is my score with Texas A&M at South Carolina on the road. I'm going 31-17. Okay? I feel like our defensive line is better than South Carolina's offensive line. I feel like our defense is going to create some turnovers. I also feel like our defensive line is going to have about a good 3 to 4 sacks in this game that's going to be in some crucial situations. I also feel like that defense of ours is going to stop Lenore Sellers in that offense on third downs. This is how I feel. And the film is right there to back it up. Texas A&M is one of the best third down defensive damn teams in the country. What are you guys not knowing on that? What are you guys not knowing? Guys, I know they beat out. Let me reword that because they didn't do that. Guys, I know they beat us in 2022. Damn it, I know that already. And I got that up because I wanted to go back and look at some things. Damn it, I know that. They beat us in 2022, y'all. Damn. That's their only lone win. Just like Arkansas. Beat us in 2020. What did they beat us in? 21, I believe, 2021. That was their only lone win. Ever since then, Arkansas ain't won. Going out here, which has always been a hard-ass place to play at. I feel like A&M is going to walk away with their 10th win. They're already 9-1 against these guys. So if you guys didn't notice, guys, I'm not nervous at all. I'm not nervous at all. It's nothing about South Carolina that scares me. However, I'm intrigued with South Carolina because you just don't know what you're going to get. But I'm heavily intrigued. I know that their defensive line is good. I know that their defense overall is good. But they don't have the better players than Texas A&M. And sometimes that's just what you need to win a damn football game, man. It is what it is. Matter of fact, I was looking at this, and I'm going to see if it was ever updated or not, because they're starting to update the team talent. And from my understanding, Texas A&M has the 10th best team talent in the nation, and South Carolina has the 21st best college team talent in the nation. And, of course, that don't mean a damn thing because Alabama lost to Vanderbilt. Yes, I know this already. Don't mean a damn thing because Texas almost lost to Vanderbilt. Yes, I know that already. Right? True. Makes sense. Alabama lost to Tennessee as well. As of right now, Alabama is the number 1 most talented team in the damn country. Right? And they already have 2 losses. Totally get it. Texas A&M is number 10. All right? Texas A&M has the 10th best roster in all of college football. I'm sorry, guys, but that means something. I'm going to say it again. That means something. Okay? Penn State has the 11th best roster in the nation. And you see what Penn State is right now. Miami has the 14th best roster. And you see where they're at. The only one that's in here that's bullshitting, a couple of them. Well, 3 of them. Florida State with the 13th best roster. USC with the 15th best roster and Michigan with the 16th best roster, right? And I'm getting totally off subject here. I know that. And then Auburn with the 18th best roster. But South Carolina is number 21. I'm sorry, guys, that means something. Or at least to me, that means something. It's all about how the way you play your game. I feel like Texas A&M is going to show up and they're going to play their game, okay? And I'm going to make this very clear, just like I've been making it very clear on the couple of on the last few podcasts that's been coming out. If Texas A&M gets off to an early lead of where it's 10-0 in the first quarter, then they understand it and mark my words, they will not look back. They will not look back at all. And I was talking to Eric just the other day, and he always laughs at me because he's like, man, what is it with you in this 10-point lead? When it's a very good football team, and when it's a very good talented football team, when that goes together and you're beating your opponent 10-0, I guarantee you, most of those teams are not going to come back at all. They're not. We got LSU right, and we got LSU for this specific reason. For whatever reason, LSU thought that they were the most damn talented team on that field that night. And they thought that they had A&M beat. Just so happened was that LSU had a 10-point lead on us, right? LSU had a 10-point lead on us, I think, in the first quarter, if I ain't mistaken. However, there was no doubt in my mind that Texas A&M was going to come roaring back. Right? Now, I wouldn't say that I thought that they was going to win by 15 by all means. But it was no doubt that Texas A&M was going to get some things together and they were going to come back and they were going to get to it. Just so happened they made second half adjustments. However, in that first half, though, they did score a touchdown. One of those touchdowns in that second half actually had gotten negated, right? But also in that first half, it was because of a turnover from Le'Veon Moss, and there was also just a couple of drops from those receivers and stuff like that. All kind of shit went all over everywhere in that first half. That's how LSU got that 10-point lead. I call this luck when that guy scored for them and got the 17, which is I think Aaron Anderson, or something like that, where he caught the slant and he went up 79 yards up that field. I promise you that was pure luck. We can replay that game 10 times and LSU was not throwing that ball and that guy would have got up that field like that. I guarantee you that one. Guys y'all come to argue me down about that all you want to, but I guarantee you, we played that game over again, his ass would have got up the field. Right? Yeah. So things like this, I'm sorry, it matters. The only reason to why, like I say, they're picking Texas A&M to lose this football game is because it's Mike Elko's first year as Texas A&M head coach. They have no other reason to pick them to lose this game, man. And like I say, going to get off into, some offense versus defense here in just a minute. But, man, just looking at some things, right? And I want to just go back and just look at some results. So, in 2014, and I'm going to state my point here when I finish this. In 2014, Texas A&M went 8-5. That was with Kevin Sumlin, right? They went up to Columbia, South Carolina, and that's when South Carolina was the number 9 team in the country. Beat them handily, 52-28. First game of the season, it kicked off SEC Network. Everybody remembers this. I remember this. Everybody remembers, right? The next following season, A&M started off good. I'm talking about 2015. They started off 5-0. Hottest team in the country at that time, right? 5-0. Moved up to number 9 in the rankings. Got up to Alabama and lost. Lost at Ole Miss. Lost to Mississippi State. That's Mississippi State was good that year, right? Got up to South Carolina. Won that game 35-28. 2-0. Right? 8-5 that year, once again. The next following year, 2016, A&M goes down to South Carolina again. At that point, A&M was on the win streak. They had won 1, 2, 3, 4 games in a row. They were 4-0. October 1st, 2016, right? Went down there, got another win, 3-0. Keep on going here. 2017, A&M again. Get South Carolina. At that point, they were 3-1. Went down there. I think either went down there or they came up here, but played against South Carolina, won that game. Yeah, they played at Kyle Field, won that game 24-17. Keep going, 2018. Understand where I'm going with this. 2018. Had South Carolina again. And this team here went 9-4 in that last season that I just talked about. A&M had went 7-5. So get up here, Jimbo Fisher's first year. They go down there to South Carolina, win that game by a slim margin, 26-23. Right? Cool. Keep on going. Aggies are like 5-0 at that point against South Carolina. 2019. Texas A&M had went 8-5 in 2019. More of like a regression year. Right? Get up to South Carolina late in the season. Played at College Station. Won that game 30-6. At that point, Texas A&M is 6-0 against South Carolina. 2020, which was a phenomenal year, right? In which people love to not mention. Texas A&M got up to South Carolina, and I heard that all week about, South Carolina, South Carolina, blah, blah, blah. Got up to South Carolina, played at William Bryce Stadium, final score 48-3. Blew them out. 48-3. Got them on out of there. Yeah, that's when they had Muschamp. Yeah, we all know this, right? Cool. Now we're looking at, 7-0. Got up to 2021. Texas A&M versus South Carolina, 2021. Beat them by a final score of 44-14. Got them again at home. 8-0. 2022. Went up to, and in that year, that 2020 year, A&M had went 9-1. 2022. This is the year that we had lost. Texas A&M went up there to South Carolina, lost that game, and at that point, I knew when the game had got out of hand, when that guy ran that kickoff return back, we was in a world of trouble because my wife sat behind me and she was like, that set the damn tone right there. No, look at me. That set the tone right there. Got out there, whole damn team was confused. Haynes King ended up getting hurt in this game. And guess who came in the game for him? Almost rallied the team back. A lot of people hate to mention this guy right now as we speak. Guess who came in the damn game, people? Connor freaking Whitney. Connor played in that game. Does anybody out there remember that? Does anybody out there remember Connor coming into this game for Haynes King because he had got hurt? Anybody? Okay. Got to this here at South Carolina, like I say, lost. Guys, the final score when we lost this game was 24-30. I'm going to say this once again, 24-30, when we had just came off of a game of playing Alabama, which was on October 8th, and lost that game at Bryant-Denny Stadium when it was called that, 20-24. With a shit A&M team. A complete shit A&M team. But they were making plays in that Alabama game and damn near won the damn game. Understand my point of where I'm going here. That final season, We all know what the hell that final season was, man. We were 5-7. South Carolina got the win, though. That year, Shane Beamer went off. I think he was like 9-4 that year. That was it. So at that point, A&M is 8-1 against South Carolina all time, right? 8-1. Get up to last year, right, which was Jimbo's last year. This team went 7-6. 7-6. Played South Carolina at home, won that game 30-17. Truth be told, that game should have been won by way more points than that. Then A&M goes on for the all-time record, 9-1. So understand what I'm getting at right here. The only time South Carolina has beat A&M is when they were a shit team. So if you're telling me A&M is going to go down there, it's quote-unquote riding on their high horse, but if you're telling me that Texas A&M is going to go down there with a good team and come out with a loss, I'm going to tell you that you're crazy. I'm going to plant my flag, and I'm going to tell you that you're crazy as hell. I'm just going to flat out say that. The win mark, number one, Texas A&M is over seven wins already. No, I'm sorry. Texas A&M has 7 wins already. They're 7-1, 5-0 in SEC play. Like I say, for the first time. Guys, I'm sorry. The win, I don't see it. I don't see it at all. I do not. I think this team is by far one of the most healthiest teams that we're bringing into South Carolina. I don't know if any of you guys have looked at that or not, but this team is completely freaking healthy. And I just want to say that Chase Basantis will be out, I believe, maybe for the remainder of the season. I want to say, I believe I saw that to where he will be out for the remainder of the season. So yeah, I get it. Our offensive line, we've lost 2 personnel already. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything at all. Next man up, T.J. Shanahan. The moment wasn't too big for him. It was not. Guys, understand me. Look, I get it, man. We're going on the road. I get it. Damn, I get it. We're going on the road. Yes, in South Carolina's offensive line has to be the difference maker. Now, if we can't get a push on South Carolina's offensive line, then so be it. We may just lose this damn football game. I'm going to flat out say that. We may just lose if South Carolina offensive line shows up and looks like a damn offensive line for once. We may just lose. But I'm going to say it once again. If Texas A&M scores 10 points in the first quarter, they're not looking back at all. If they score 10, this game could possibly turn to a blowout. It will possibly turn into a blowout. A lot of people that's from South Carolina that may be on the podcast, I know that ain't what you want to hear. Trust me, I get it. But that game may turn into a blowout. And I say that wholeheartedly. Okay? I don't think South Carolina is bad ball means. But I just don't think that they're going to win. I do believe that Lenore Sellers has to ball the hell out. Now, I remember me saying this about KJ years ago. I said, man, KJ has to really ball out for A&M to lose that ball game. And I say, well, do you guys feel that KJ is a better passer than, I believe at that time, it wasn't Max Johnson. It was the other one. I cannot remember his name for the life of me. But he had transferred and that went up. Zach Calzada. Do you believe KJ is a better passer than Zach Calzada? You know, because I said no, I don't. It just so happened KJ came out there and he balled out. I had been seeing him ball out all season, but I've seen KJ use his legs more than any damn thing. Right? And truth be told, KJ Jefferson only balled out in the first freaking half of that Arkansas game that year. After that, Arkansas couldn't do a damn thing in that second half. They couldn't do anything. And guess who was the defense coordinator? I'll wait. Guess who was the defense coordinator, guys? Mike freaking Elko. This is a Mike freaking Elko-led team walking out here to William Brice Stadium. You don't think Mike Elko is getting these guys prepared and letting them know, hey, they want you. They want you, just like any other SEC opponent. They want you. And we're not going to talk about Texas until Texas comes up. But Texas is another one. They want you. Why? Because Texas need that win against you. Texas really needs a win against Texas A&M. They need that. They need that. Auburn just wants a win. And which we got to go down there as well. Right? So, I'm going to say this once again. Even with Jimbo, with that bad freaking season that he had, he damn near still beat him. So, like I say, man, no, it's not. I don't see it. And I'm going to go through some offensive numbers here for South Carolina real quick. And, you know, we're just going to look at some things. So, of course, everybody knows about the defense already, and cool. But I don't think anybody wants to point out the obvious with South Carolina. So South Carolina's offense which I have to find, by the way. I thought I found it. I thought I had found it already. Apparently I did not. So South Carolina's total offense is number 103 in the nation. I just don't think that our defense will have a hard time with an offense that ranks 108 in the nation, man. I really don't. I highly doubt that team will have a hard time stopping those guys. Now, don't get me wrong. I think they'll pull out some plays. They will. But I think a lot of people are leaning on what Shane Beamer did to Tennessee that year, in which dates back in 2022. I think a lot of people are stuck on that. And they're saying that, well, you know, he has it in him. Newsflash. It wasn't Lenore Sellers back there in 2022. That was Spencer freaking Rattler. And in that game, the defense was clicking and the offense. And Spencer Rattler is a way better quarterback than Lenore Sellers. No disrespect to him. But he's a way better passer. Not a better runner, but he's a way better passer. I'm fully confident that A&M won't get ran out the building like Tennessee did. I'm fully confident about that. If they are, then that means everything had to go right for that team. I mean every damn thing. Everything. And we're talking about South Carolina scored 10 points in the first quarter. Hell, even 15 in the first quarter. And then the list goes on from there. But, man, this isn't DJ Durkin calling the defense, but this is Jay Bateman. But Jay Bateman is under Mike Elko's care. And I just don't think that they're going to walk in there not knowing that anything can happen. That's me, man. That's just me. You know, and this is from what I've seen with him so far. Hell, I seen the dude beat Clemson at their home field when they were ranked top in the nation. But at that certain time, that was the same season that Clemson beat them, North Carolina State beat them, and the list goes on from there. But no, man, no. So, sacks, right? And like I say, these are the things that people fail to mention. They don't want to bring up the sacks allowed by South Carolina's offensive line and stuff like that. So South Carolina's offensive line, sacks allowed, they're number 132 in the damn country. So if you're telling me that our defensive line isn't going to get back there, then yeah, that's a for sure enough problem, man. That is a big ass issue. That's a real big issue. But I do believe that the defense will get back there. I believe they'll make some plays. Hell, I believe the linebacker will make some plays back there in that backfield. I believe they'll get to it. You know, and I believe they'll get to the running backs as well. And don't get me wrong, everything that I'm saying, South Carolina already knows this. So, of course, they're doing their homework. They're doing what they have to do, and they had a bye week. We'll give it to them. Okay, cool. They had a bye week. We had one too. We'll have a bye week after this. So, you know, it is what it is. So, just going to pull up another number here. Right? Scoring offense. And I'm going here, and I'm going to look for South Carolina. So South Carolina scoring offense. And what's crazy is that people don't speak about Texas A&M having the 39th best scoring offense in the country. It's crazy to say because you've seen 2 quarterbacks this season. I know that. But most of the touchdowns have come from off of the ground. So South Carolina scoring offense. They're number 66 in the country. 66. All right? They score about 28.6 points a game. Our Texas A&M scoring defense. Right? And we're going to go to that. Scoring defense. We're just talking about Texas A&M here. Texas A&M scoring defense is I think I passed them up already. Texas A&M scoring defense is number 19 in the country. Their scoring defense is better than South Carolina's scoring defense. Texas A&M is number 19. South Carolina is number 22. It's not a huge difference, but Texas A&M is in front of South Carolina when it comes to scoring defense. Yeah, they may give up some yards, give up some plays here and there, but when it comes to scoring, they don't like to give those up. No, they don't. And total defense-wise for Texas A&M. And this is the reason to why a lot of people may be picking South Carolina as of right now. So total defense for Texas A&M, they're number They're number 46 in the country with total defense. That's Texas A&M right now. They're number 46 in the country. All right. So sack-wise, you know, let's look at team sacks here, in which South Carolina is up there in the top 5, by the way. This I do know. But also with Texas A&M, Texas A&M is number 42 in the country with team sacks. They have about 19 on the season. I think they add more to that. I think they get their sack number up. I think they add a significant amount to that. Understand, if Texas A&M walks out of this game with about 9 sacks, in which is how South Carolina done Oklahoma, A&M is going to blow this game wide open. And you guys can jot that down. You can do the screen recording, everything that you want to. But I'm going to say it once again. If Texas A&M walks away from this game with 9 sacks, or get 9 sacks, rather, Texas A&M is going to blow this game wide the hell open. That's too many sacks for South Carolina to take to convince me that they're going to win this football game, or even be in this football game for that matter. Their defense have to absolutely play lights out. I mean, offense can't do shit. It really has to be, you know what? They have to give me an Alabama-esque type of game. So, you know, man, It's just the small little things. It's the small details. Passing offense. And we're going to look at South Carolina here. And don't get me wrong, A&M passing offense is not good at all. I mean, not good at all. So passing offense for South Carolina. They are number 108 in the country. Texas A&M is number 113 in the country. These are not two good passing offenses at all. They're not. These two teams, I'm going to tell you like this, however, the better passer relies with Texas A&M. That's for sure. The problem is, and the thing about it is, who's going to get the ball off quicker? Is it going to be Connor or Marcel Reed, in which I don't think is going to start, or is it Lenore Sellers? Can Lenore Sellers be better than Connor Wiggman passing football? I promise you, that's going to be the thing that dictates this game right here. Passing yards allowed. Go through it. South Carolina is number 37 in the country in passing yards allowed, which is pretty damn good. Texas A&M is number 91 in the country with passing yards allowed, in which baffles me, but they're giving up about 233.5 yards a game, and they put you at 91 in the country. That's crazy, because there's only 233 yards, which is mind-blowing to me. So rushing offense, right? Running the football. South Carolina already knows in their mind that Texas A&M likes to run the football. The question is, can you stop them? Can you stop them? Texas A&M is number 9 in the country, right? At running the football. Where's South Carolina? South Carolina is number 65 in running the football. Rushing defense, right, is one that we have to look at for sure. So rushing defense-wise, South Carolina is number 16 in the country, with giving up 10 touchdowns, by the way. Texas A&M is number 18 in the country, but only giving up 6 touchdowns. One gives up 101 yards a game, another one gives up 104 yards a game. That's it. That's it. So, a lot of people are just basing this game on South Carolina winning just on defense alone. That's it. And they feel like, well, South Carolina just need their defense to step up. That's it. And Texas A&M going to lose because South Carolina is just going to have their defense play lights out. Well, who's going to score? Who the hell is going to score? Who? Who's going to score? So another one I'm going to bring up, right? So turnovers. Turnover margin. Who's better in the turnover margin? Texas A&M is number 19 in a turnover margin. So South Carolina is number 32. If South Carolina gonna walk away with this victory, number one, a turnover game have to be on point. If Texas A&M has at least forced 3 turnovers in this game against South Carolina, I'm gonna say this once again, they're going to blow this game wide open. They're going to blow this game wide open. And with that, guys, we end the podcast. That's it. That's all I have for you guys on tonight. I thank you all for everything. Thank you for tuning in. You know, to the newbies out there, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Everything is free. You know, you will get all notifications coming to you, okay? I love all of you guys, man. And once again, please, if you don't mind, start dropping in a little bit of cash. 50 cents, $1, $2 there, you know, stuff like that. But I love all of you. And once again, #GameMax.